Hey everybody, I want to do a quick video and just talk to you a few minutes about a couple things coming up. Tomorrow, if you're watching this in the future, then this may not be right, but tomorrow we begin the book of Jeremiah. And I know we all loved Isaiah. Jeremiah is going to feel even more personal than Isaiah. I am almost done recording all the podcasts for Jeremiah. I hope to be finished soon. I've been working on these podcasts since January, and I had 365 to record, and it just seems like I was never making any progress, even though I was. So I have 4 left. So sometime, either today or tomorrow, I'm going to do the final podcast, and I'm going to be so excited. That means I will have recorded 365 podcasts. So very excited. But hang on to your hats, because Jeremiah is going to be even more, it's going to feel even more personal, even more relevant than Isaiah. And I know that's saying a lot. Jeremiah is a very convicting ride for me. Every time I go through it, it's a very convicting ride. And I am so grateful to the Father for that conviction, for Him holding us in that refiner's fire. I welcome His correction and His wisdom. It's always a blessing. So another thing I want to talk to you about is, I know y'all don't realize it, but we have been reading for quite some time together. This is the 8th month. We are going to be getting into the Gospels soon. Before you know it, we're going to be in the Gospels. Now, a lot of us, if you're anything like me, I made the error most of my life in focusing all my Bible knowledge on the Newer Testament. And I completely neglected and avoided the Older Testament, the foundational scriptures of our faith. I completely neglected it because I was told that it wasn't relevant to us, that it didn't have anything to do with us. And I believed it. I didn't check it out for myself. And so once I discovered the truth and the blessing, and I met the Father in the Older Testament, I met Him there. That's where He really showed Himself to me. That's where He shows Himself to all of us. It's where He introduces Himself. It's where He tells us who He is. He teaches us His character, what to expect from Him. He draws us closer to Him. He teaches us what He expects of us. It's all in the foundational scriptures of our faith. But when I first started studying the Older Testament, I've seen so many people make the opposite mistake of then neglecting the Newer Testament. And that is an equally grave error, because we have all this knowledge that we have of the Newer Testament, but it's completely out of context and untethered to the foundational scriptures of our faith. So once we read the Older Testament in its entirety, it is vital, it is crucial that we continue reading and read the Newer Testament, building it upon that foundation. And only then are we going to truly be able to see how amazing what our Messiah did really was. I mean, I know you think it's amazing. I know you stand in awe of the Messiah, but you ain't seen nothing yet. So I want to encourage you. Don't think that once we finish with the Older Testament, don't think that day we finish Malachi, that you can just sit back because you've already studied the rest of it. No, keep going. The Messiah taught us how to walk all of this out in grace and truth. So if you study just the Newer Testament on its own, I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. I lived most of my walk thinking that it was just all about grace. I could do anything I wanted. I could live any way I wanted. And I just expected the Father to bless everything. I was missing truth. I had grace, but I was missing truth. Now studying the foundational text, that helps us get our truth in line. That helps us really understand the truth of who the Father is. But we cannot err on living out that truth without adding the grace to it. Messiah taught, now He's always been a God of grace from the very beginning, but Messiah shows us how to live grace and truth. So I know some of you probably know what I'm talking about. There are people who have lots of truth and little grace. And there are people who have lots of grace and little truth. Messiah teaches us how to walk it out fully, grace and truth. So it's so important that you hang in there. This is also where I want to remind you that if you get behind, do not try to get caught up. It is a trap. Stop it. Just dive in where we are now, okay? You will catch what you missed on the next go round. The goal was never to read the Bible once, but to become daily Bible readers. So dive in right where we are right now. Do not tell yourself you've got to get caught up. You're just going to beat yourself up. The guilt is going to pile onto guilt, and you will end up falling away. Dive in where we are now, because you need that daily discussion. You need that daily interaction. So don't deprive yourself of that. Don't step back from the group to try to get caught up. Dive in where we are now. You will catch what we missed on the next go round. And every time we read the Bible, I don't care how many times you read it, every time we read the Bible, we learn more. We grow closer to the Father. We see different things because He teaches us in layers. So it's a cyclical learning cycle, kind of like in elementary school. Every year we're teaching the same principles and properties, but we're adding to them and we're teaching them in a deeper level, and the Father teaches it the same way. So thank you so much for being here. It's one of my greatest honors to get to study our Father's Word with you. I'm going to get back and go see if I can record some more podcasts. My voice got a little thready earlier today, so I want to try it again. Got me some water here. Going to see if maybe I can knock out those final 4. I love y'all, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for letting me be a small part of your life, and thank you for being such a big part of mine. You're a great blessing to me. Let's be a blessing to others. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
Hey, one more thing, y'all. You probably don't realize it, but we've got less than 4 months until we're done reading the whole Bible, which means we've only got about 2.5 months until we start letting people in the group, new members. And for those of y'all who are new to this, it is a very short window of time that people have to get into the group. If they're not in the group by January 1st, then they don't join us until the following year, because we begin together and we go through the whole Bible together. So there's going to be about a month period of time where I will be admitting new members into the group. We have about 10,000 people waiting to get in right now. It does take some time to let everybody in, because we kind of have to go over every request and make sure they really want in the group, make sure it's a real profile. So we got about 10,000 people. We'll go through one by one. So there is a very limited amount of time for people to join our group. Having said that, y'all go ahead and start telling your friends. Start inviting them and telling them to answer the group questions for easy entry to make sure they get in, to make sure they're approved for the group. If they haven't answered those questions, we generally don't let them in. So we want them to join us. Now is a great time to go ahead and start telling that. Go ahead and get their request in. Send them a link to the group if you like. Also, for those of you who haven't joined us on the Fellowship Members Only site, that is for current members only. If you're not in by the time we start letting new members in, you're going to miss the last month of this study, because the last month is going to take place, all the discussion is going to take place over on that site while we add the new members to the group, welcome them in, kind of get through orientation with them, and get the group ready for the new reading cycle. So I love y'all, exciting things ahead, and our journey through the Word is still just beginning. See y'all soon. Bye.